They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Running the counter with Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Tua flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Here's Walker to start the drive. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and inches.
Tua.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then,
for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
In motion left is Wilson. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On third down, Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
In motion right is Wilson.
No, 52.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Second down and 3.
38.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the 36, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains. One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run up a bunch more plays.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Return it.
Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hey. Middle.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Report.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Report.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Ken Walker
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
from the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, hut. One to middle. Check right. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
In motion left is Wilson.
On the ball.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And the tight end goes in motion left. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught. It's Waddle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Ready.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
Ultra. Hey, move.
Here's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Now Jackson.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Jackson to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jackson. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late. And they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the